Illinois State Police arrested 15 people today after a clash with protesters outside the Broadway ice facility.
She said Broadway, I think she meant Broadview. Now, if you are unaware, just a few days ago, a judge has ordered that the fence you see on the screen, it has to go down. It's blocking emergency vehicles, it's getting in the way of traffic. But even with the fence down, just 24 hours ago, 15 protesters were still arrested on this same road, blocking off traffic, blocking off emergency vehicles. And I knew I recognized somebody in the crowd. That is congressional candidate Kat Abou-Gazela. She was there as well. We'll get to that later. Now, I need your help. Make sure to please like the video. It's the #1 way you guys are helping this channel, and it also helps others see the videos as well. I know people want to see what's going on in Chicago, but the only way we can get it done is with your help. So make sure to please promote these videos, subscribe, comment, everything helps. Let's get to the video. Okay, so just to give you guys some context, this is the roadway we will be talking about. Behind us, that's where the fence used to be, that's where the Broadview ice facility is. I also want to point out, the barriers here on the left and the right, these are the designated protest zone. So these protesters have an area that's been allocated to them, yet they will still spill out into the roadway. The third thing I want to point out is that the state police are having to enforce all of this. Homeland Security, they're not in charge of any of this. It's up to the local police and state police to police their own people. And we always give credit on my channel. This is coming from BG on the Scene. I'm a massive fan of his. I highly advise you guys go support him. Go subscribe to his YouTube. He has great content. BG on the Scene.
Hey! Hey!
Now look, I want to be clear. I am not blaming the judge because the fence is down, now all of this is happening. The critique I'm trying to make is that fence was there as added precautions to make sure stuff like this doesn't happen where people overflood the street and try to get to the ice building. And as you can see, the fence is down, but everything is still blocked off. So the question is, what was the point of that judicial order if all of this is still happening? Okay, so when I was watching this protest, I knew I recognized somebody in the crowd, and that somebody is this person right here. This is congressional candidate Abou-Gazela. And then all I did was I looked up on the internet, her last name, and Chicago, and then this popped up. And here she is right here.
Get him to the side now!
And again, I do want to point out, she is a legitimate congressional candidate. She even has her own shirt on that promotes her campaign. So this is Kat Abou-Gazela, and look, she was on the other side of the barrier. She was in the no protest zone, and the whole point that these barriers are here is to protect people like Kat and the other protesters. Now, if you're subscribed to my channel and she sounds familiar, that's because we've seen her multiple times on my own channel, where she She has put her hands on federal vehicles. She has stepped foot onto federal property. So yeah, Kat knows she's doing this. She's not hiding it, and she's out there. She's a congressional candidate. I'm just trying to point out we've seen her before, and this is common with these protests. People just show back up, and they just do this same thing. Okay, so this is Cam Higbee. He's a friend of the channel. He was just at the White House. Make sure to go please subscribe to him, go follow him, go support him. This is a counter-protester blaring a megaphone in Cam's ear, and all of these police officers will just watch and then start to shift the blame to Cam.
Do those things cancel out noise? Yeah. Not really.
And shout out Nick Sorter. There's Nick Sorter as well. Also is just at the White House. But you'll notice this guy is blaring a megaphone in their ear, and everyone is looking the other way, to include the lawyers who are supposed to be there to support protesters if they get arrested. They just start looking the other way.
If I go back,
I mean, you guys are not going to believe this. The police are going to tell Cam he needs to leave and that Cam is the problem.
back over there, they're just going to follow me and do it again. All I want is an order for them to stop the amplified sound. That's all I'm looking for. Just an order to stop the sound in my ear.
Here, I'm going to say sorry, and I'm going to walk away in front of you guys, okay? You fucking see? Can you step the fuck back? Don't go complain and then buddy up next to me.
Don't be racist.
Don't
antagonize when we coming over to speak.
Thank you.
Why are you doing
Right,
this
I'm
shit,
just
bro?
documenting. All I'm doing is documenting.
I have my story now.
No, I'm not complaining about them walking up on me. They can walk up on
I also want to point out, this is very crucial. Cam is wanting to document what's going on, just like these green hats all of a sudden seem to really want to focus on what's going on here and also start to document. But Cam is being told he has to back up. But the green hats are fine. Cam, just put a green hat on. You'll be fine.
me all they want. They can't.
Making it worse.
I'm not antagonizing.
You are. You're walking all the way up on
Because
them.
I'm documenting the situation. I don't want them to stay away from me. I want them not to blare noises in my ear. That's what I want. I don't care where they go.
You're free to go. And
I'm
protest,
also
but
free
you
to be
can't-
right here.
Okay, if you want to play it that way, we can play it that way. Now, when they come back and they're bothering you, don't
The
come.
noise is the problem. It's battery and disorderly conduct in the
It's
state of
not
Illinois.
battery.
It is
It is.
battery.
It's not.
Do you want me to pull up the penal code?
I don't care what you pull up. It's not battery. They're not
Okay.
putting their hands on
Fine.
you.
Okay, so if you guys want to do nothing about them blaring noises in my ear,
We're
I will
talking
see
to
you
them,
in
but you're
court,
coming here
and that's fine.
antagonizing them.
I'm not antagonizing
You
them.
are.
You are.
Documenting the situation is
You
antagonizing.
asked us to get them away from you. You're
No, I
walking
didn't.
Up on them now.
I didn't ask you to get
Okay,
them away from
you're
me. I
free
asked
to
you
leave them alone.
I told the
You're free to
officer.
leave them. We asked them to leave.
I'm
them
also
alone.
free to be right
Will you
here.
guys leave them alone, please?
I don't
You
want.
leave them alone
I
now.
just want them to get out of my ear.
Okay,
That's
that's
all.
it.
All I want them to do is get out of my ear. That's all I want. And if they're gonna get out of my ear, that's fine. I told him they have the right to be here.
Look, guys, these police officers have a near impossible task. They live under a state order and regional order within their city. They are a sanctuary city. And now all of a sudden, they look like the bad guys if they are telling protesters, you can't be here, get off the road. Now it looks like they're working with ICE. And we also have to remember the current situation at Broadview. You have lawyers everywhere. You have legal observers who are ready to file lawsuits on your behalf, or at least help you with a lawsuit if a police officer arrests you or breaks some sort of sanctuary law. So leave your comments down below how you feel about this interaction. Again, go support Cam, go subscribe to him. He is on like a rocket trajectory path to being one of the biggest conservative content creators. So good job, Cam.
Who do you serve? Who do you protect? ICE is who you should arrest. Who do you serve? Who do you protect? ICE is who you should arrest. Who do you serve? Who do you protect? ICE is who you should arrest. Who do you serve? Who do you protect? ICE is who you should. You will be held accountable.
You can quite literally hear in the background, ICE is who you shouldn't be protecting. So again, it's not just me trying to fabricate this notion that people are confused with the sanctuary laws. The protesters are even protesting the police for protecting ICE.
You will be held accountable. Let her go. 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 Let her go.
And again, you can see in the background the legal observer. She's taking her notes. She's writing what's going on. So again, this is why I don't want to be too critical on the state police or the local police. I mean, they have their own issues going on. But what I'm trying to point out is they are being watched 24/7. Obviously, they have their body cams on. But again, they have this umbrella of a sanctuary city policy where they are told you will not be working with deportation operations, but in a very indirect, kind of direct way, they are helping with deportation operations, because this roadway is how you get to the ICE facility to process in illegal immigrants who are going to be deported. That's why they are being protested now. That's why I make these videos. Why? I mean, these protesters are saying they are confused as well. Sanctuary cities, this seems to be a common theme. You're telling these protesters, we're on your side, we don't want to work with ICE, yet the state police are defending them. It was actually the judge who said we need to make sure this street is clear. It was also the lawmakers. I don't see any of them here in this protest. Lawmakers did a whole press conference saying we need to clear these streets. And the mayor even said, which is why she instructed we get these barriers put in place, we need to clear the street. So we need to be very clear here with our intentions of who we're going to point the finger to. It was a judge, the lawmakers, and the mayor. Again, the fence is gone, but this entire road is blocked. The reason why I really keep harping on this is because just a week ago on my YouTube, we predicted this would happen, where when you give a little bit of leeway to protesters and say we're on your side, and then you take everything away from them, and then you tell them you have to leave the area, what do you think is going to happen? Especially if you are a voter who voted for sanctuary cities, I would also be upset. Now, I don't agree with what they're saying, but this is just trying to be a fair critique that maybe we need to stop taking a look at ICE and Homeland Security. They have nothing to do with this. Maybe it is the local leaders who created these laws, and now they're not able to be enforced. Now they're blocking off the roadway.
It's starting to see protesters start to come out here a little after 7 o'clock this morning, and we did see some people come out into the roadway. Police department telling those protesters to back up, back up. Of course, right now you guys can see this scene all playing out with at least 5 arrests that we have seen so far happening right now, and we see Illinois State Police pushing those protesters back even more. We have started to see some of those protesters move into the designated protest zones. But of course,
let me back that up. You can actually see the observers. You can see the observers in the background trying to get information as well.
The designated protest zones. But of course, you guys can see that multiple arrests have already taken place. It does look like some of those protesters are going on those designated protest zones, but still a really active scene right now with dozens of protesters facing off with Illinois State Police.
And again, as I make this video, the No Kings protest is supposed to be happening tonight. My hope is that none of this happens. That would be great. But I'm just trying to point out, the reason why I'm a little worried is because this is a day before the No Kings protest, and we already had 15 arrests. And one of the little bullet points on the No Kings protest is that, you know, we don't like ICE. We don't like the way that Trump is utilizing Homeland Security with these deportations. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, I always advocate for peace. Please pray for peace, and I really hope we can find a way to all come together, still be able to peacefully protest, and not have these clashes, hate, and division. Thank you guys so much for everything. God bless, and we'll see you all later.